Hey guys, it's Kelsey. I'm back with another scrapbooking process video. This is how to kill a kit with style layout 6. I apologize for my voice. I know it's getting a little croaky, but today's layout is a scraplift for paper issues. This is the layout I'm going to be scraplifting today, which is a really nice design. I really love designs like this where you can take it as far or as simple as you want to. So I'm just going to start with a white background cardstock, and I'm going to use a piece of this multicolored stripe. I love this stripe, and it was really hard for me to cut into it because I would have just loved to make that a whole background, but I knew that history was bound to repeat itself if I left that whole, and as I did with the floral in January and left it a whole background, it ended up looking really busy and you really couldn't appreciate it. This stripe would have been a really good background. It wouldn't have been as busy as that Felicity Jane floral I used in January. But I figured this way I will get it on two layouts. So that's my goal. That's what I'm telling myself. I really like how this looked with that big bold stripe going down that one side of the page and then working from there. So I decided to do a little bit of silver mixed media in the background. There is some mixed media on the layout I'm lifting, so I thought that would be a good touch. There's a lot of silver details in this kit, which I really like. So I just did the packaging technique with some acrylic paint. I didn't water it down at all. I know it probably would have spread easier, but I really didn't want to thin it out at all. I wanted it to be thicker, so you could really see the color of it. So that's where I started, and then I just decided to cut my photo down to a square, and I'm just matting those on a few 6x6 layers there. Of course I'm gutting everything still. I cannot help myself. And this is the photo that I was saving this puppy sticker for. It matches the colors in that rock perfectly. I can't even tell you how perfect, and I wish you could really see how perfectly it lines up, because you can't even really see how perfect it is from this overhead view, but it's amazing. And you see there I pulled in that little tiny branding strip that I saved from my real-time process video. I told you guys I was going to find a way to use it, and I did. I really needed that little scrap so that I could have that border along that striped page. And now I'm going back with some more silver mixed media. I wanted to do that silver texture paste again. I'm using the dot this time. I thought that added a really cool secondary layer to my mixed media, and then you can see I'm just going to layer those layers to the right there. So right at this point I'm following the layout pretty literally. I just decided to flip it so that my layers were coming out of the right side versus the left. And now I'm just trying to figure out how I want to start embellishing. I know for sure I want more animals on here. I just want to make sure I'm not going to take away from that awesome embossed puppy sticker. Sorry, I cannot talk today. I'm sorry. But I ended up pulling in the trees, which I am super happy about, because I've tried to get those trees on every layout so far, so you'll see me pull those in a minute. There is this really cute peekaboo on the opposing side of the page, so I decided I'd go ahead and get that down. The layout I'm lifting has staples holding down the two folded corners, which I thought was perfect. Staples look really good with this kit because, again, it's another silver detail. So I was all about incorporating that literally as well. I did also incorporate a little bit more silver mixed media just so it matched. But I'm just going to pull in a scrap of that same multicolored stripe from the 6x6 paper pad to put over there. I really liked it in the smaller size for that, just because it is a small little peekaboo, and that way within being in the smaller size you could see all of those colors. But otherwise you would only see like maybe one or two of the colors if I used a chunk of the bigger piece. And I'm hoarding that larger piece for a really big layer because I need to show it off because I cut into it. Thought about adding a doily. I'm not going to, you guys. I don't know what's happening this month. I think I've used one doily so far this month, which is insane for me. But I'm just trying to figure out how to embellish. I really like that this view banner going over the photo. I'm going to staple that down there. That brings the staples into another area, and then it also helps attach that acetate piece without having to have glue behind it. It's a darker piece, so you probably still wouldn't have been able to see the glue behind it, but sometimes when you put glue behind acetate, you can see the glue through it, and it's a little distracting. But we're using staples on this page anyways, so I'm just going to staple it. I love that little heart die cut. I'm going to put that down in that little peekaboo area, and I popped that up on some foam. And I'm just trying to figure out what other details I want. I know I don't want to add too many more paper layers up by the photo, but I thought another little banner strip with a border punch would be really sweet detail underneath the photo. So again, I'm using that zigzag. I'm loving this zigzag border punch this month. I think it reminds me of mountains just because it is a zigzag. So I think that's why I'm using it so much this month. I think it's so perfect. But I'm just going to use that as a shelf underneath my photo, and then I'll start building out from there. I love this bunny. I love this bunny. I'm going to use it. It is getting on this page. I'm so happy. I used a lot of things on this page that I've tried to use on every page so far and have not been able to, so I'm really happy I got what I got on this page. And I just thought I'd mention, because I know this will still probably go up. You guys didn't miss layout 4. I know I haven't uploaded it yet. I'm still staring at this page. It's been like almost 2 weeks now, and I'm still staring at it because I just feel like it's not finished. It's a more streamlined, basic design, and I think I'm trying to compensate by adding more and more to it. But whenever I try and add more to it, it takes away from the amazingness that I got on there because I used that awesome Explore Cut file that came in the kit. So I just feel like the page needs to be amazing, and right now I feel like it's really, really simple. So I'm still looking at it. I might upload it as it is, but I want to give myself the freedom to add more as this month goes along if I feel like it. So that's why you haven't seen layout 4. You will see it eventually. I'm just still looking at it and trying to decide if I'm going to add more or not. But here we go with all the trees. I get the flat sticker trees, I get some puffy sticker trees, and I really like how it looks. It looks like there's a little forest all around my page. There's also some silver vellum pieces that are still in the ephemera, so I pull in 2 of the moons and 1 of the stars, 1 in each of those 3 corners around the photo. I really like that detail. I'm just using some wet glue to get that stuff down. I didn't want to have to fiddle with the glue tape with that skinny moon. I think I'm almost done. I am going to use the thickers for my title. I have used these thickers once, maybe twice so far this month. So I wanted to make sure I did another title in it. I knew I wanted to be more of a multi-word title to really use them. So I'm just titling this We Love Nature. That's just me and Marcus smooching underneath this giant rock that's on the trail to one of the waterfalls. And I think that's pretty much it. I'm trying to remember if I did any more. I know I thought about adding more, but I ended up being really happy with how this was looking. I did add a puffy sticker down by that other heart, and now I'm just seeing if there's any other layers that I can incorporate. Oh, there is that hole punch part of the branding strip on the 6x6 paper pad, so I'm just finding another piece of that branding strip to patch that hole up with. You can see in the final product, if you know it's there, you can tell that there's a hole punch. But this is going in my book, and that doesn't bother me. I just didn't want it to be white paper behind there. But here are the close-ups. So again, this is layout 6. I'm going to try and knock out a few more voiceovers before my voice gets really bad. So we'll see if I can get a few more done before my voice is gone. But as always, check out everyone else who's doing How to Kill a Kit with Style this month. There's some really beautiful kits going around. Thanks guys for watching. Bye.